Hi Ewan, how are you today?
Very well, thank you, Antonio.
Yeah.
Nice to be here again.
Nice to see you once again to discuss this equity release fiasco thing.
Yeah.
Which, I called you because we need to talk about the Monday 9th of April event in the tax office. As you know, the idea is to report the banks, among which is yours, Danske Bank,
Yeah.
report them to the authorities for a proposed tax evasion scheme, proposed and confirmed, because they obviously sold it to you and you bought it. What we want to do is we want to let the authorities know that this product in particular, yours, and also the product which was sold to everyone else who has fallen foul of the equity release, was sold on a tax evasion pretext.
Yes.
And that needs to be told to the Spanish authorities, because the Danish authorities have already confirmed that is the case.
Yes.
So we believe that that should be done. Now, you as the chairman of the Equity Release Victims Association, you obviously would be arranging the demonstration.
Yes.
I will be providing the documentation.
Yes.
The denuncias. It will be a double-barrel English-Spanish denuncia so that people know what we are advising people to do. It's in both languages, and also it's going to have the attached documentation which refers to how the products were sold to people. Especially publicity, brochures, marketing literature, and also the literature provided not only by the banks but also by the banks, the agents.
For the bank, for the banks.
The IFAs, or the not IFAs.
Not qualified IFAs.
Yeah, not quite IFAs.
So you would present these documents, we as the members of the Equity Relief Victims Association would be with you presenting these documents to Hacienda on the 9th.
Yes, there will be individual claims.
Individual claims, yeah.
One person will sign his own or her own claim.
Right.
But they will be presented together that day.
Now tell me, Antonio, why do we have to do this?
Well, the idea is because, we need to do this because I think, because you have been made aware that this is a tax fraud proposition.
Yes.
We've been made aware by the Danish authorities, who've actually and openly admitted to this being cheating the Spanish authorities.
And in what way? Which tax are we avoiding?
Avoiding inheritance tax and wealth tax.
Evading.
Yeah, evading. Yeah.
Evading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sold as a tax avoidance and tax optimization scheme or product, when in reality it encapsulates a tax evasion proposition.
How many people do you reckon have been taken into this scheme fraudulently by Danske Bank and other Scandinavian banks? How many?
Well, I reckon about 600.
And if these 600 people did not pay inheritance tax or other taxes, how much money would the Spanish government actually lose? Well,
a lot of money. If you look at an average of maybe 30, 40,000 euros, you could be looking at 250 million euros.
250 million euros
yes.
is going to be avoided.
Yes,
from Spain by Luxembourg.
Yeah,
by these Scandinavian banks.
Yeah, by taking the money away to Luxembourg.
Yeah.
So anyway, the idea is, we want to report this to the authorities. Okay, we want to report it to the tax office. We've already asked the courts to do it.
Yes.
And as you know, criminal courts seem to be reluctant to take on this investigation. So what we'll do, we will substitute them.
Yeah.
And we will do it ourselves. So this is why the Equity Release Victims Association is the perfect vehicle to do this. So, if you just tell us slightly what we're going to be doing on the Monday. I obviously take care of the legal side.
Yes.
But you maybe want to explain to me how you want to arrange it on the 12th.
Right. What we'll do...
Sorry, on the 9th.
On the 9th, yeah. What we'll try and do on the 9th is get everybody together, gathering outside the Hacienda building.
Which is
in the Avenida de Andalucía, number 2.
Yeah.
Next to El Corte Inglés in Malaga.
Right.
Try and meet about 11:30.
Yes.
Get together. And then you'll be there with all the paperwork, and we will then enter the building one at a time, present each document to somebody inside Hacienda, who will then acknowledge receipt of it by stamping it.
We'll do the stamp,
and giving it back to us. Okay. Or keeping us, or giving us a copy. Will it be a copy, or will
we'll have a photocopy which will be stamped.
We'll stamp, and we will have a copy each of us.
To acknowledge receipt.
So therefore, if they say there's 20, 30 people come to denounce, they will have to all present each one.
Yep.
Like in a queue.
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, we can all, logistically speaking, we can all go together.
Yes.
We can walk in, we can present it.
Yes.
I mean, I'm aware that you have already been in touch with the press,
yes.
and that there's going to be a number of outlets there.
We'll want television
TV
to be there,
and
the radio,
and radio, and normal newspapers, which I think is actually a very good idea, because
we've also asked the local radio stations, the English radio stations, to help us with this. Okay. I think we're going to go on the air. Which day are we talking about? Do you remember?
Well, we have our own slot on Tuesday,
mm-hmm.
Which is the week before,
mm-hmm.
and then I think it's on a Friday when we agreed to go in to talk to Hannah Murray.
No, it's not Hannah Murray. I think we're talking to, is it Alan T in the afternoon? Alan T in the afternoon, or someone else.
Right.
You're also coming to that?
Yeah, I'll join you. Yes. Yeah.
And that will explain again to the public what we want them to come and do and demonstrate in front of this building.
Yeah.
Hacienda on the 9th.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's good. Yeah. I mean, I will be sending people a formal document, which is the denuncia, for them to know what's going to be signed and what is the implication and the consequence of doing this.
Yeah.
And whether it will affect them or not, because as you know, it doesn't really affect anyone.
No.
What it does is just notifies the authorities that they were sold a product.
Yes. And the next step for the authorities, the next step for Hacienda, the tax office, to take would be what? They then receive a denuncia from each of us. They then would have to act upon it. Yeah,
they will contact the other party. They will start a normal investigation process. If they consider that this is serious enough, I mean, clearly, if another government, which is the Danish government, has deemed these products to be at best irregular,
mm-hmm.
and at worst
illegal,
criminal,
mm-hmm.
criminally illegal. Don't forget that it's from what we read on the press, it was the chief of the economic crime department of the Danish tax office who made a statement about it. So the fact that it's that organisation who is providing a statement is very symptomatic of the nature of the irregularity. So it's quite a serious thing, in my opinion. So it's good that you've arranged this demonstration on the 9th of April at 12 o'clock in Malaga.
Well, this is purely, I think, because of the reaction against the non-participation of the Audiencia Nacional, who didn't take up our case in the first place, and we feel they've missed the opportunity of acting with Hacienda against these banks. So we now have to take this step of going to Hacienda ourselves, the tax office, in front of the tax office, denouncing, so that they will take it up and realise there's a possible loss of huge amount of income for the Spanish government here. Yeah. And it's almost at the stage of where these acts are so criminal that something's got to be done about it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's also
in the whole of Spain.
Yeah, I mean, there's also, because you've only got not only got the tax aspect, you've got the human aspect of it, basically. Don't forget that some people who are going to be there are, people who are very old. And I mean, there's a lady there who wants to come, who's 90 years old, Julia Hilling, and she will be probably assisted by a nurse. I've been told by people from her family. Yeah. Because of her age.
She's so old.
Well, as you know, she's got 120% mortgage on her property. So
with a 30-year term.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I don't think she's that optimistic about her life expectancy, but
how any bank could sell a 20-year or a 30-year term to somebody like me at my age, or a lady of 90 years of age, is criminal. Yeah. And the IFAs who were doing it, who were not qualified, first of all, to do it. Yeah. The contracts were illegal. The person selling it didn't know what they were doing. They were only acting under instruction and on commission basis. So they had no... The poor person who was being led up the garden path, being told there'd be no IXT involved, they'd be given an income every year from their money, were completely blinded by it. And they had to do it. It was such a good deal.
Yes, yeah.
And the fact that all these Scandinavian banks did this to all these people in Spain is, and usually English people or foreign people, not Spanish nationals, but to foreigners, extranjeros, was criminal.
Yeah.
And must be investigated, must be fixed.
Okay. Well, listen, I will assist the Equity Release Victims Association with my side of things, with the legal paperwork.
Yeah.
And then we will meet up on the 9th of April at 11:30 in front of the Malaga tax office, which is in Avenida de Andalucía number 2.
Yes.
Which is next to Corte Inglés. I think we can park in...
Corte Inglés, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we will be there, and I shall be there with all my documentation to...
We have people coming from the Canary Islands who are staying in Malaga for that particular day.
From the Canary Islands?
Coming from the Canaries. They've also been robbed.
Right.
And also the robbery, of course, you must remember, is that having taken this mortgage against your property, the banks have then lost that money. It's gone. And you've got a debt. And so when you die, as you're going to die, the bank then takes your house and your property, and your heirs get nothing. Yes. The bank's got it all. They've got your property, they've got the money, they've lost it. So the future's pretty dire for anyone that's been taken by these banks. This is why we're going to Hacienda, to try and stir things up, to try and get the banks stopped, and to try and get the money back for these people.
Very good. Excellent.
So anyone that can join, who has felt they're being victimised, should join this demonstration on the 9th. They must do it.
Okay.
The more the better.
Yeah, the more the better. Yeah. Okay. I mean, our firm Lawbird supports the association you are representing. So we will be there.
Well, I'm the chairman, and Ian Shedley is the vice chairman, and we thank you for all your help, Antonio.
Okay.
And Lawbird in particular. You're doing a wonderful job, and we will win.
Good. We will, certainly. We will prevail.
Thank you, sir.
Okay then, see you then on the 9th. Thanks very much.
Good. Thank you.